Hey. All right, Hobika is in here. What do you think of this? I know we've talked over and over again till we're blue in the face about this Donald Trump stuff. But, I mean, the latest stuff where the reporter is getting roughed up, Trump's like, never happened. She's making it up. And then you have the guy that was sucker punched, the protester, and Trump saying, hit him. I'll pay for your legal bills. What in the hell is going on here?
I don't know what to make of it. I'll be honest about that. I've been thinking about it and talking about it, and I'm sometimes I wonder with some of the things that are going on if he's just seeing how far he can push the envelope,
and then
like that whole thing where like the whole thing where he has all of his supporters raise their right arms and.
That looked like something out of.
I mean, the whole thing is, I'm sure he probably did not intend it to look the way it did,
but it looked like a mass gathering of Nazis.
It was.
I hate to say it,
and of course it was publicized because I'm sure that they tried to, kill his chances in Florida.
Well, and here's part of the problem is that Trump is getting hit from the Democrats a little bit, but really he's getting hit even harder from the Republicans. So he's getting hit from all angles, and it seems to be working to his benefit.
Well, interestingly, you hear people talking, and they're saying that they're hoping that it's going to be a contested election because they're hoping that Kasich is going to end up being the candidate. And because he's more middle of the road.
Right.
He has more governmental experience. I mean, Trump, I'm sure he would do an adequate job in the White House because he would go out and get the best, advisors. The other thing is, I'm not a Cruz guy at all. The guy just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And Rubio,
Manaski's always talking about Cruz, and you like Rubio. Manaski likes Rubio.
I got no use for Rubio. He's a lightweight, and he got depantsed by Christie.
But you always say, and I hear it now every time after you said this. Every time I see Ted Cruz, I feel like I'm watching a Sunday morning evangelist because it comes off so much like a Sunday morning preacher.
He reminds me of a cartoon character. He does.
But he's probably the most independent and the most conservative candidate out there. I mean, if you're looking for a conservative candidate,
I don't know what he really stands for because the perception that you get when you're listening to him is that he'll say anything, do anything to gain whatever advantage or goal that he wants to reach.
Although I got to say, I was criticizing Rubio, and Manaski and I kind of disagreed on this earlier. But
he did so well when he was being questioned by Christie. I mean, he remembered exactly what to say repeatedly.
But my point is, though, that Ted Cruz has really stood pretty strong. He hasn't wavered. He says he isn't picking on anybody else.
He's bright. Cruz went to Harvard Law. He's a smart guy.
He's a scholar. He's a constitutionalist.
He seems to be like when you see him, you just get the sense that it's raw ambition. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what scares me about him.
But if you're looking, as I was saying earlier, if you're looking for a candidate that's going to be staying true to himself, I think Cruz has done that all along.
You don't know whether that's he's true to himself. You just know that he's true to
his character,
his stated principles. Yeah, the stuff that he thinks is going to get him votes and money. But you can't win in the general election with the positions that he's taking.
Jim Zecca would like you to come over to the Trump side.
Listen, I'm not opposed to Trump. I just
you're so critical of a guy who made some mistakes during the debate, but we played the audio earlier that Trump is like, yeah, beat him up. Are there any protesters here? We'll drag him out on a stretcher.
I'll pay for the legal fees.
I'm not. Did I say it was acceptable? I just think that Rubio's a lightweight. What can I say?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's got no real governmental experience. Okay, he's fed a bunch of lines.
Is he a vice presidential candidate?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Which, by the way, Carson, and this came out during last night's debate.
He's going to be endorsing.
And Christine.
I'd rather vote for Johnny Carson. I got to be honest.
Christine's been saying it would be a Trump-Carson pairing. Maybe.
You have said that, but today Carson will come out and make his endorsement. They say for Donald Trump today, so we'll see what comes of all of that. But it's just some of this stuff that Manaski's talking about. This clip where Trump is basically telling, just listen to what Trump has to say. These are his own words. Right?
Whoa!
Yeah. This is.
Now wait a minute. You're saying that was Donald Trump saying that?
No. I'm
oh,
saying
okay.
No.
That was the guy in the cowboy hat that completely got away with sucker punching him. I mean, so the guy gets sucker punched, and the security takes the guy down that gets sucker punched.
Well, they wanted to save him.
I guess maybe, because he's going to kill him. Next time he comes over here, I'm going to kill him.
But here's the thing: Trump can easily tell these people, "Knock it off," and guess what?
But
they
he's
will.
not.
But he will, and they will, and that is
You
what
say
people
he
are banking
will do
on.
that.
And that's what people are banking on.
Well, listen to these are Trump's words.
That's almost inciting a riot right there.
It is.
That's crazy.
It is.
That is crazy.
And this is potentially. I mean, we'll know after we could very well know after next week's primaries that Trump is so far ahead.
I think it's going to be fractured.
You think?
Yeah.
No, we'll see. Could be pretty interesting. 8:42. Here's Christine with an update.